Good morning, peeps. Well, I'm back to where I was over here with my machete the other day. I came back with my weed eater today. As you can see, I got all my gear here. Anyway, I came back with my weed eater the other day and kind of ripped up my speed loading head a little bit because there were so many heavy brambles in here, more so than what I realized. I thought I'd cut them all out with my machete, but there's quite a few of them right close here. So what I put on my metal blade today. Let me just turn around and show you this. And I apologize in advance for all. I may have to. There's so much background music around Jamaica, it's just crazy. Anyway, I put on this metal blade. The blade that came with this was a 10-inch blade. This is a 12-inch blade, and it's got a little bit different shape and it's thicker. Hopefully it's a little stronger material, because I'll be honest with you that another blade that I had that came with this I got some good use out of it, but man, it kept breaking up every time I'd hit a little stone. So I'm going to be real careful not to hit stones for a couple reasons. I don't weed eat with a guard, so it's a little bit dangerous if I hit stones, but at the same time it'll rip up my blade. So anyway, I'm going to try to put my GoPro on the weed eater so you can kind of watch a little bit of the weed eating going on. I thought it might be a little bit entertaining and fun to watch. I'm not going to do slow-mo or anything like that. Well, I guess I could in post, but I'm just going to do 30 frames per second kind of stuff. So hopefully you all enjoy this video. I'm going to put it in my underwater case so that I keep kind of protected a little bit. But as you can see here in the video, I've got more branches. See, yesterday I came over here with my weed eater and I got into some of these, there we go, into some of these heavy branches here like this. And I tried to cut them with the string, but the string would just get so far and then it would wrap around, and I ended up kind of ripping up my speed loading spool a little bit. But there's just a lot of branches along this road. It's just going to scratch up my car when I try to drive over here. So it doesn't seem like I have a huge amount that I'm going to have to do here. Once I get to about here, they're pretty far and few between, but if you look behind me here, see there's some trees that kind of grow out over the road a little bit. I'll try to just use this to cut those out so a person can take a little tighter corner and doesn't have to go over on Janice quite so much. But here, let me maybe lay this weed eater down instead of wearing my shoulder out holding it. But anyway, you can see there's more undergrowth here than what I realized. So I'm going to go to work here. I don't bring any extra fuel or anything. All I've got on me is just what is in the tank, so I can't do a lot of work, and I'll head back home. But depending on how I feel, I might just gas up and come back over. Probably won't video that, but anyway, I hope y'all enjoy this. I think it's going to be fun. Whoop. Okay, anyway, I'm looking forward to it. So I'm going to kind of sign out as far as the voice. I'll just maybe add some, maybe you'll hear the engine roar, or you'll hear some, I'll put some of my nice Jamaican kind of music. As you can see right here, I mean, there's some big old bushes here that didn't get chopped out when they cleaned this out over here. That's trying to grow over where a person drives, and it's just filling in. So There's been some trucks activity going in here because it seems like the neighbors over here are going to start some construction. But anyway, in the meantime, here we go. I'm going to turn this off, get it all set up, and start it up and fire it up, and let you all watch and see what my weed eating skills look like in this heavy, tall brambles and bushes. All right, see you in a minute. All right. Oh, I don't know what I just did there, but I had took this camera off the whacker. The guy with the truck was sliding too much along in here, so along in here, as you can see, he was sliding a lot over to the right. So he came and he cut out one of these trees that I was probably going to try to cut out at some point. But I'm going to drag it out of the road here because I like to drive through here, and I might trim some of this up down here too, because it looks like it still goes down too far. Mosquitoes are coming out a little bit down here now that the sun's coming back out for some cause or other. Oh, I guess this is, I can't really trim much more there, but I need to come down and trim out some of these trees down here too. So I'm going to come down here and trim some more of this out of the middle of the road. It's going quite well for me. I'm not getting tired. Everything's on the flat. What's going to work up a sweat here is when I pull these trees and these branches, kind of pull them off to the side. So anyway, that's what's going on. So anyway, all right, I'm just going to do pure work. Maybe I'll video a little when I get home. All right, later y'all, later. Okay, my peeps, I finished my trimming over there on that road. I ended up going a lot further than I'd intended and a lot wider. The truck guy chopped out some of the heavy branches that were interfering with him driving those big trucks of dirt, or not dirt, but rocks down there. And so he says he's going to be back a few more times in the next few days. He got like 3 more loads, or maybe he meant 3 loads total. But anyway, I didn't chop it out on behalf of him. I chopped it out on behalf of me. A lot of wood was growing up. A lot of trees were growing up on that road. I didn't realize. It had been a while since I'd been down there. Excuse me, folks. I'm a little bit dried out from my work. I worked. I don't know, it had to be close to 4 hours, although, you know, I didn't work hard. I just worked steady. I can't believe how long my fuel lasted, but I didn't really rev up my whacker to full bore. I just put it on the automatic stop, or the automatic throttle, I guess you'd say, setting, and it's not full throttle that way, but it did a great job. I'm extremely pleased with these new blades I got. The blades I had before are smaller. They're the individual. Well, let me show you here. Maybe I should just get them and show you, because I was quite pleased with the way it worked out. Let me shut this off and go grab those real quick. Okay, peeps. Okay, the blade that came with this, as you can see, it's all bent up and rusted up, but it's smaller. It's quite a bit smaller than this one. See, this one's 10. This new one's a 10-inch, and that old one it was thicker. This, you know, whatever you call that. The blades were thicker, like that. But this just cuts like butter. And I got into rocks a few times, and this does not appear to be bent. Let's see if I can turn this without dropping this thing on the ground down there like I usually do. Let's see here. Let me spin this around here and show you. See that? That did not bend these at all. See that? That did not bend those at all. They look great. That other one, I was constantly being bent, and I was constantly, let me get that turned back again without falling on the ground. This other one here, this thing that came with it, is so thin in this direction. Whereas if you look here, you'll see, you know, that's quite a bit thicker, see. And they're both reversible. You could both put them either this way or this way. But this one is just so thin, and every time even though it would just get bent up so bad with the rock, and it's really, I've got it pretty good right now because I was, you know, using it before from time to time. And, but oh, it would get beat up so bad with rocks. And then I'd go to take a hammer to it and a pliers and a file and everything else. This thing, it's got a few little nicks in it, but not bad at all. I had read the reviews on this, and they said that this blade here was made of pretty strong steel, and it is thick. I mean, it's a lot. It's probably nearly double the thickness, probably not quite double, but nearly double. But I thought because these are narrower, that was gonna, you know, they're quite a bit narrower, that was really going to be a problem. Not the case. Not the case at all. This is really a higher quality steel than the one I had. So it's really worked out nice. I'm going to do a little filing on this. But anyway, I said when I was cutting, you know, I wanted to finish this. And I have not looked at any of the video yet that I did while I had this mounted in my underwater case to protect it from all the leaves, and hopefully I got some great shots. It'll be for me, I like watching that kind of stuff. I don't know if you guys will, but I kind of just enjoy watching that kind of stuff. I did not get over to the land and do any cutting. I had thought that I would use my string trimmer, and I might, but I gotta tell you what, man, this metal blade is like cutting warm butter, or, you know, warm butter with a warm knife. It's really nice. I mean, the other one was good, but it just would get beat up so bad every time I'd hit a stone. I had some stones today. I hit plenty of stones, more than I wanted to, but it didn't bend it once. So very happy about that. I probably cut the road, you know, maybe 8 to 10 feet wide, and by the time, as you saw, by the time I was all done, I want to say, you know, I probably cut somewhere between 200 and 300 feet of road that way. So I did about 4 hours. You know, it's on the flat. It was the easiest cutting I've ever had. I don't know if I'm in better shape now, but it's sure nice to cut without having to go up and down the hill like I do on the property here. So that part was very nice. So I'm kind of looking forward to getting across the way there and cutting some of those, you know, doing some cutting over there. I may walk over there and see if I have some branches and stuff and what have you that I need to move first. And I know I've got some piles of grass that have been kind of piled up over there that I need to take a rake and kind of spread it out. So I just got some regular maintenance, but I got to tell you what, I really am pleased with just the way I physically handle it. I mean, I'm well up there in the years, okay? I'll just tell you, those of you who know me know that. And I've struggled a little bit with the heat here in Jamaica, and the hills. Oh my gosh, going up and down the hill, I just, you know, ever since my hip replacement, I just haven't had the strength. But I felt really good about the way things went today for me to work that long. In fact, one of the guys on the road that I talked to, a guy by the name of Bunny, he stuck his head out the door as I was on the way back. He says, "Man, you killed it. It's dead. You killed it." So he realized I mean, I did a lot of work, so I'm happy about that. I'll probably cut a lot of this out right here, you know, because there's a lot of talking and jabbering and gibbering, because I'm just excited about how well this blade worked. You know, I've had trouble with this weed whacker. I had to replace the spring on the clutch. It broke. I had to buy a whole new clutch for it because I couldn't get just the spring. I had to order it from the US. But I got to put on myself without too much trouble and without too many tools. And I'm pleased with the way it worked. And I didn't burn that much gas because I wasn't going full throttle today, which was nice. Anyway, I've jabbered and yapped enough for one video. But guys, I appreciate you for subscribing and for watching my videos. I enjoy doing this. I enjoy sharing with y'all what it's like trying to act like a Jamaican, but I'm an American, and it's not always easy being here. I thought I'd set up this camera and show you, and while I file this a little bit, but y'all seen somebody file a blade before, I think. Maybe I'll show you when I file my machete one of these days or something, but I'm tired. I'm just gonna put this camera down and sharpen this blade a little bit, put it away, and be sure and like, comment, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. Appreciate y'all. We're out. Goodbye.